Yo, what's up? You're watching Medley with Maria Mary Dawson. Welcome back to another episode of Decrypting Movies. This is episode number 38, and we are going to review a very mysterious and thrilling Hollywood movie, and it's called. Oh shit. Oxygen. So, yeah, it's available on Netflix. It's 1 hour 41 minutes in length, and I've given the movie trailer link in the description. So, if you want to watch or check out the trailer, do click the link and watch the trailer. But we are just going to discuss the movie here. Hi, Sam Manohar. Hello. There will be a delay to reply to you guys because it's desktop stream, not PS4 stream. Okay, so what is Oxygen movie about? The story is, I would say it's a bit complicated because it's very mysterious and thrilling in the first half, and then the second half it's too much. It gets complicated, and there are a lot of subplots. So it's basically about a lady. As you can see, she's the lady, and in the very beginning, that she wakes up in a box, basically a chamber. It's called cryogenic chamber, and she wakes up and she feels that she's trapped in this box and she's not able to open. There is this advanced algorithm in the box, and it gives it basically speaks in male voice, and it instructs her like, you are in this chamber, it's locked, you cannot open, you want administrative code to open it, but she can't remember the code, she doesn't remember herself. So she's like, her identity itself is a question mark, and she wakes up in this chamber, and she feels like she's trapped somewhere by mistake, or somebody has by mistake put her in this box and locked her, so she's not able to open it. She feels like, okay, I am in some place and I've been locked and I forgot who I'm myself. So she's trying to recollect, and then she, inside this box, it's basically a desktop, or what do you say, computer, right? So she's kind of browsing through the display and asking the AI like, give me this number, support number, and she kind of so it has this facility to call people outside also. So she feels that she's basically in a hospital, and she's locked in this chamber for some reason, or like by mistake some nurse had forgotten about her altogether, and that's what she feels. And then she calls up these helpline numbers and she starts speaking with people. She says that I'm kind of stuck in this medical chamber, I don't know how to get out, by mistake I think I've come here, and they ask her what's your name, and she's like trying to recollect, and they are trying to help her. Like, they ask her, okay, do one thing, there should be a serial number on this box, right? So try to get this serial number. So she somehow gets the serial number, and she tells it to the helpline staff, and they are saying that the company that produced this machine or the chambers has is telling that they have destroyed this particular device with the serial number. And she gets shocked, and she it has internet as well, so she's kind of browsing like, who is she, and she finds out that she's a cryogenic doctor, and she has a husband. So she looks through her social media website, and somehow she gets a phone number, and she calls her home. So, and she expects her husband to pick up, but then there is some other lady picking up, and she's saying that, you are this is actually the home of your husband, but he's not alive anymore. And she gets shocked, what? And then, as the movie progresses, we learn that she's basically in space. So that's a huge revelation. It comes after 45 minutes. Hi, Muthukumar. It comes after 40 minutes that she's in space. So remember, the first 40 minutes is very thrilling. Like, we are puzzled and confused, just as the protagonist, the lady in the her name is Liz, by the way, Elizabeth Liz. So just like Liz, we are so confused. Where is she, and why is she locked? Why she forgot herself? Like, why she's kind of remembering the past, and she cannot open the chamber or box like that. Okay, so if she tries to open manually, she gets an electric shock. It's like a preventive system, and the AI keeps telling her that you need administrative code to open the pod or the box, and she doesn't have the administrative code. And then she calls her home, and she expects her husband to pick up, but then she finds this lady, right? So that lady tells her, see, I'll give you, she knows the administrative code, so that lady calls her back and says that, so listen to me, don't open the box, I'll give you the administrative code, but don't open the box. And like, she gets the code somehow, and since this lady is kind of giving some very dangerous, threatening kind of way, so she doesn't open the pod. and then she listens to the story of the lady that actually she's a doctor, but she's in a space, and humans are going to die due to a deadly virus in Earth. So they have found a place like 14 light years, beyond this Earth, and they have put a lot of humans in the space station. I mean, space, basically a spaceship, and they are being sent. So basically, all these humans are in hypersleep, and somehow she woke up because there is a malfunction in the chamber. So she was not supposed to wake up. She was supposed to be in hypersleep during the long journey, which is like 34 years. But then after 12 years, she kind of woke up because there is a malfunction in the chamber. So due to this hypersleep, this memory loss is a kind of side effect. So when people wake up, they tend to forget who they are, and slowly they are, living. I mean, get to live the days day by day. They'll recollect who they are, and the memory would be coming in fragments, and that's why she was not able to recollect who she was. So this is the basic plot. So humans are going to die in the near future in Earth due to a virus, deadly virus, and because of that, they have sent a spaceship with a lot of people in hypersleep to a particular what do you say, solar system or planet, which is 14 billion light years, but takes 34 years to travel. And she's one of the traveling members, and she was not supposed to wake up, but she woke up because of the malfunction in the chamber. This is the basic plot. But then there is this is where the movie kind of overkills the story and the what do you say, narrative. So she's not only a human, but she's a clone. She's a clone of the original human in Earth. So basically, that Elizabeth is like 80 plus 90 plus years old, and she's a doctor, cryogenic doctor. So she made this space travel possible, and she suggested, let's put the humans on hypersleep at low temperatures, and that's how they ended up creating clones. So instead of sending new humans, they created clones, and one of the clones was the doctor itself. So it's the younger version of the Doctor Elizabeth, and she realizes that, oh, we are all clones, but they have been what do you say, inundated, or what do you say, indoctrinated with their own humans memory, and a lot of other stuff. So basically, they are living clones of original human, basically duplicates, right? And that's the second layer of plot, which I didn't like much. I think the first plot itself is very interesting, right? So humans are gonna die. They have sent a lot of humans in spaceship in hypersleep for long travel. So that's a very interesting plot, and the first 40 minutes is very damn thrilling. And the whole movie, actually, maybe the last 5-10 minutes you get to see another character, but then the whole movie is just this lady. I think I do not know her name. I think Laurent. She starred in one of Tarantino's movie, not Django Unchained, the other one, Inglorious Bastard. So I know her face is very familiar for me because of that movie. She's a very good, damn good actress, and I think that's why she has pulled this off. This whole movie is just this character. So you will be seeing 1 hour 41 minutes. You will be seeing her face alone, nobody else. So you'll hear voice whenever she makes calls from the chamber. You tend to hear other voices, but then just this one character for a whole movie is a very very good writing, and you don't get bored. So as I said, when you pass like 45 minutes, 1 hour mark, and when the second layer of story clicks in, right? So they are not only travelers in hypersleep, but they are also clones. That's where it gets kind of almost like not boring, but too much science fiction. But I said, I think they should have stopped with the first layer of science fiction. Like, okay, the travel, hypersleep, because the first 40 minutes, they are not letting you know what's happening. So I believed that for 40 minutes or 30 minutes, I was believing that she was stuck in some hospital. Maybe she was a very popular scientist, and some of her enemies, wanted to make sure that she's dead, and that's why they've locked her in this chamber. So I was thinking of multiple possibilities, but then when they revealed that it's actually space, when she was able to see what's outside her box, and she was able to see lot other pods like her own, and some of them destroyed, some of the those destroyed pods carrying humans, they were all dead, burnt in sun. That was kind of very fascinating. That 20 or 30 minute sequence was really fascinating. But then after that, she finds that she's a clone. That's why she's the younger version. Actual human is like 80 plus years old, and that's when it gets too much. But then it's overall good movie. I think the first 40 minutes is damn impressive, and that's what saved the movie. The mysterious and thrilling plot that sets up the movie gives you a very good feeling and satisfying entertainment. And the rest is like you can tolerate the end of the movie. So the ending is also like a happy ending. So you don't feel what do you say, that satisfying with the ending. But then the whole movie, if you see the concept, is very good. So I love concept movies, and especially when you start off with a narrative. I mean, what do you say, mysterious and enthralling narrative. Like they are not letting you know what's happening, right? So after 30 40 minutes, they show you the big picture. So until then, you are like on the seat, like what's happening? Where is she? Why is she in a box? Why she can't get out? And why she is not able to remember herself? Who is she? Along with her, we are also puzzled. That makes the movie damn interesting. And just one character, the whole movie, she has pulled off a brilliant performance. I think I would watch it again just for the performance, because you need to, carrying the whole film by all by yourself is phenomenal. Basically, I think she should have got some awards. I should check it out, and yeah, do check it out. It's in Netflix, and yes, there's lot of comments. I'll be reading it. One light year is around 10 trillion kilometer. Oh man, here's a scientist, chief guest Sam Monagar, bringing up science facts. Good to know. One light year, 10 trillion kilometer. Man, oh god, 10, 14 light years is like 140 to 50 trillion kilometers. That's why they put them to hypersleep, you know. Bro, do you know Elizabeth Sobek? Elizabeth Sobek? Who is that? No. No, I'm not like Sam Monogar. Please don't mistake me. Sam Monogar is a different level. So I'm the normal person, okay? I do not know Elizabeth Sobek. Please explain who is she. Nope. Mary bro, no, I guess. Who is she? We'll see whether he remember her or not. I'll tell you bro, it's related to the story. Okay. I think the writer drinks Red Bull to think. I don't think he's drinking Red Bull. Maybe for the first 40 minutes he drank Red Bull, but for the rest of the movie he drank beer or some alcohol, and he got it too much. Maybe he's stoned himself, and he wanted to end the movie in a frenzy state, and he was like putting so many layers on top of that. I said it's a very good plot, you know. So a woman is stuck on a box. She doesn't know where is she. She's like thinking that she's in hospital, or she's blocked by mistake by some nurse in hospital or in some other continent or some other state. So that's an interesting log line to develop, and they've developed it brilliantly for the 40 minutes, and then all of a sudden realize she's actually in space, traveling, you know, to a different planet and solar system in hypersleep, and she woke up by mistake. By mistake in the sense, by malfunction of the chamber, and that's a very good. How after that, so the log line has been developed so good, and they have brilliantly executed. After that, I think they left it, what do you say, too much. They've given too much storyline after that, like cloning and all. I thought, why do you want to have a clone? So maybe that's the actual story they developed, and this first 40 minutes, you know, just for a thrilling narrative, they brought up this structure. Who knows? Like, we need to dig deep into this creators and what were they thinking, production, all those things. Uh, Horizon Zero Dawn game, right? Oh, Elizabeth Sobak. Oh, is it her name is Elizabeth Sobak? I kind of, that movie is also overkill, man. Initially, it was good missions, living in a very distant future, but kind of like old civilization along with this mission. So it's a very mystifying plot, but then it was overkill, too much. Uh, Check out Advent Calendar 2022. Thank me later. Oh yeah, maybe that's another movie similar to the storyline. Sorry, I said it wrong. It is 9.4. It's okay. 14. You said 14, huh? 10. Man, as if like it's like 100 million margin you said wrong. Just 0.54 you missed out. Okay, finally you declare the amount human. I think the writer trade. Horizon Zero Dawn game, right? Oh, Horizon, am I mistaken? There we can see the character Elizabeth, and that game we play as Aloy, and she's. Oh, yes, man, correct. Yeah, I remember the story of Horizon Zero Dawn, even though I didn't play it. thoroughly with so much enthusiasm. I know that Elizabeth was actual character, from the past, but then in the distant future, it's a clone. Oh yeah, maybe there's a connection between the creators of this movie and the creators of Horizon Zero Dawn. But if I watch this, I don't have patience. Stop watching it. Yeah, I mean, even after knowing the story, I've told you the whole story. So you can, if you watch the movie, I'm sure 40 minutes you will without any boredom, you will watch it. As I said, the performance will keep you grounded. So her performance is very good. The way she has given, so it's more than dialogues. It's not only dialogues, it's a reaction. Like she thinks, right? How do you portray those expressions? Like she feels that she's genuinely a human, and then she woke up in this pod, so she feels that she's in Earth, and she's trying to figure out, maybe it's a wrong hospital, or maybe it's a wrong state, I'm transported to a different country or continent. So her thought level is like that, so she's trying to figure out where is she, and she's not able to remember who she is. So it's brilliant performance, I think. Maybe with more character and casting, if they made it as a very wholesome movie, instead of like single character oriented, she could have got a nomination for, what do you say, maybe if they pulled off more artistic storyline, she would have got an award. Because in Tarantino movie, she acted brilliantly, and here also it's more of performance oriented, because the first 40 minutes it's kind of confusion, chaos, and what I have to do, where is she, she's like very very nervous, and whenever she's trying to manually open this pot, it gives this pot, and the AI gives electric shocks. By the way, the AI's name is Milo. Milo, the abbreviation is, let me tell you, Medical Interface Liaison Officer. That's the word of the today. So I've decided in every live stream I'm going to teach you a new word. Today's word I've given it as liaison. I don't know how to pronounce it. Liaison. Yeah, liaison. Basically a coordinator, between two groups or people or organization. And it's called Milo. So the AI is called Milo. So it kind of introduced itself as Milo, and she keeps addressing the AI as Milo, basically the pod. And it's a very good, actually. In future you will definitely get such kind of medical pods. So they'll put you in the pod, I guess, and it will do all the diagnostics. Like MRI is already such kind of device, right? MRI, you kind of, it scans only your brain. But in future, I think when we have more technologies in the medical industry and healthcare, I'm sure there's definitely going to be a pod just as described in this movie. So that was also, I was thinking on that level. So okay, they have thought really well. So this is kind of prototype for medical field. In future they could come up with something. A lot of devices that we saw in the movies back like 20 or 30 years before. So we gotta appreciate movie making industry, whether it's Hollywood or the Bollywood industry or Kollywood industry or any friends. Many movies, they have given out, what do you say, predictions of what kind of devices might come, and this is one such movie. So in future, I'm damn sure that we're going to see such kind of devices. The chamber, it's called cryogenic chamber. Cryogenics is the study of physics at low temperatures, related to low temperatures. And yeah, so we're going to definitely see such kind of medical pods in the future. uh Advent calendar, it is not similar to this movie, though it is extraordinary movie with unique plot. Oh, now you're tempting me, Mr. 1000 W2T. That's a very unique name. Thank you for dropping by. I'm seeing you for the first time. Welcome to Medley with Maddie. uh there we can see that, yeah. But if I watch this, okay, so she's just a memory of the actual shelf. No, she's not a memory, she's a clone. So the clone has been ingested, or what do you say, indoctrinated with the actual human's memories. So basically they created a clone and gave her the memories of the original human, original memories, feelings. So she kind of thinks that, until she realizes that she's a clone, she feels that she's the Elizabeth, original Elizabeth. And when she comes to know that the actual Elizabeth is like 80 years old and she's in human, I mean Earth, they are sent on a mission. These clones are sent on a mission to go and sustain humanity in a different solar system or different planet. So she's kind of sad. But then when she realizes her husband is also cloned, and basically the actual husband, what's his name, man? Leo. So the actual husband, Elizabeth's husband name is Leo, and Leo has been dead in Earth because of that virus. So they kind of have no cure for virus, and that's why the solution is they thought they'll create clones and send them to a different planet or solar system. So she's very sad that she wants to kill herself when she feels that she's a clone. I mean, when she realizes that she's a clone and she's not the actual human being. But then when she checks out other parts and realizes that she asked with Milo whether anybody named Leo is there in this transportation, and Milo gives an answer that there is one person, it's Leo, and he's alive. He's not dead. There's no damage to his pod. He's living and he's in hypersleep, and she gets that hope and motive to carry on. So she kind of figures out a way to get oxygen. So the whole movie is about oxygen, because I forgot to tell about that. The movie is named Oxygen because this cryogenic chamber has only limited capacity of oxygen. So that is supposed to sustain the the human, basically whoever is being transported for this 34 years. So in hypersleep you tend to use less oxygen. So since she woke up due to a malfunction, she has been consuming more oxygen. So it's like basically 3 or 4 hours left out for her. So the whole movie is like a deadline. Oxygen is running out. She's trying to figure out who is she, where is she, and how to sustain oxygen, and whether she can get out of the box. So the whole movie is about the deadline, the oxygen amount. So it keeps on reducing, and the last minute, the one minute or like 10 seconds of oxygen, she figures out what to do, and she saves herself, and that's why it's called Oxygen. And it's a very, so I didn't watch it recently. I watched it like 2-3 months before, but I still remember the visual. I didn't watch the trailer also before the Decrypting movies episode. I just know the story, and I remember the visual, and the performance is brilliant. I think I have to watch it again with one of my friends, because I watched it alone, but I would like to watch it again with one of my friends. I can talk about it. It's really good. So do check it out. Cryogenic is there in 12th syllabus. I think even if it's not in syllabus, you would know. You're like that genius scientist kid. What do you say? Child prodigy. And try to do Horizon Zero Dawn game second part pro. Yeah, if they make it free. I was looking to play that game in PS5, but it's not free in the catalog, so you have to purchase it separately. The only game that I'm willing to purchase, giving money, is Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, and I'll purchase the deluxe edition this week. So apart from that game, I'm not going to buy any new PS5 games. Whatever is free in the catalog, I'm going to play. I've downloaded Marvel's Avengers, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, and Death Stranding. So next week probably we'll start PS5 gaming as well. So yeah, I'll be starting with one of these games, and then Hogwarts Legacy. But I'm not going to buy any games, that is for sure. We have a lot of PS4 games to complete, so this year let's do that, both PS4 and PS5 parallelly. I think PS4 is still a very good console, and PS5 is just it's new version of the gaming console. But then there's a lot more games in development, and there's not much interesting, for me at least, not much interesting games in PS5. If you see, all of them are most of them are remastered for PS5. The old PS4 games have been remastered. So yes, that's not so fun part. But yeah, definitely I think it will come into the catalog maybe later. So then we'll do the Horizon Zero Dawn second part. Yeah, I saw that you were playing Death Stranding. All the best. Thank you. And thank you so much, guys. I hope you watched, you enjoyed this Decrypting Movies episode. It's a very good movie. It's just 1 hour 41 minutes, so it quickly runs. As I said, you will feel that you watched a good thriller and a good concept movie. And nowadays, everything is concept, right? So we kind of became intelligent as an audience, having watched a lot of web series and movies, OTT coming into picture. We are so intelligent that we can be easily bored. Watching 5 or 10 minutes into the movie or series, we know what's gonna happen and who's the villain, or what's gonna happen, and you kind of tend to get bored. So such kind of concept movies that thrills us and makes us think are rare, and that's what they're trying to do. Come up with new concept, and Oxygen is one such very fascinating concept movie. Do watch it, even if you know the story. It's going to be just watch her for her Elizabeth, I think. What's her name? Let me read out. Melanie Laurent. She's a very good damn actress. Just watch once for a performance alone. I'm sure you would love the movie. And yeah, thanks so much for the live chat comments. Today has been very interactive, the most interactive Decrypting Movies episode. We have a new member, 1000 WT. Thank you so much for joining. And Muthukumar and Sam Manohar, as always, the chief. Muthukumar is gaming expert, or MWM gaming expert, and Sam Manohar, the chief guest on the Child Prodigy. Thank you so much. A life cycle of console in 7 years after release of PS4 will perish when the cycle is completed. Yeah, PS4 definitely, at least for next 5 years, PS4 is not going to go down. Still, a lot of games are getting released in parallel platforms, right? Both PS4 and PS5. So I think, yeah, PS4 is still kind of, what do you say, in demand, and it will continue to so. Yes, tomorrow we'll finish off and complete Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think 2 more chapters are left out, so we'll be completing that game. And and then we just have Last of Us Part 2 that we will resume from next week. Yes, see you until the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this Decrypting Movies episode. Maybe I'll try to do some series next time. I think I've been doing movies for many weeks now. I have to do some series. I want to do some series. I'll try to find some mini series that I've watched recently, and I'll try to do a summary or decryption of it. So see you until the next episode. Even now, Ragnarok was developed based on PS4 hardware. God of War. Nice to know. Yep. You're watching Medley with Mary. I'm Mary Dawson. Yo. See you until next episode. Bye bye.